guys, what's up? My name's Alyssa. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. If you've been here plenty of times before, and today is like the greatest day ever. We're gonna be reacting to Everything, the music video by Kehlani, and we'll be also reviewing Blue Water Road because today is the day that it's out. But before we hop into it, let me know down below in the comment section, what is your favorite song off this album? But hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe for more in the future, to stream this album, to watch this music video, and to keep up with me on my social media platforms. I usually keep the links down below in the description box. So without further ado, let's just hop into this video because I'm very eager to get into this video. Today is the day, April 29th, 2022, the moment I have been waiting for, the moment many Kehlani fans have been waiting for. I have my "it was good until it wasn't" tea on today, and there's so many words. There's so many words. We're not gonna do the review right now. We're gonna do it after we watch this video because I'm eager to watch it. I'm so happy right now. That's all I can say. Let's watch this and then we'll get into my thoughts on the album.
I could blame it on the physical, I could blame it on your lips, your touch, your kiss, you know, real traditional. But your love's too original. You were anything but conventional. Baby, did you know that from the moment we fell in and knew we couldn't fall back, knew I'd always crawl back? 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, oh, for me. 'Cause baby, it's the everything, no trying. You'll be shining, my silver lining. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, yeah, oh, for me. Love the way you teach me, love the way you listen. You know all my details, you so damn attentive. You got my attention, babe, can't forget to mention, babe, I'ma keep you lifted, you so fucking gifted. And how many girls out in the world could say that they had it? And how many bitches that became your missus can maintain a status? That was before me, it's childish, you done what you wanted. Now you can be wild with me, run that mile with me, catch some flights out with me, oh. I match your energy, match your flat perfectly. Lips talk intensively, want you extensively. I know you was made for me, think you was made with me, shit feel like destiny. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me, oh, for me. This is such a different thing for me, oh, for me. Baby, it's the everything, no trying. You'll be shining, my silver lining. 'Cause baby, it's the everything for me. Everything.
Yes, that was good. So that was the music video for Everything off of Kehlani's latest album, Blue Water Road. My thoughts are, I really enjoyed the music video. It was a completely different vibe in the music video than it was for the song. The song is really slow. I like the way that it was shot. It felt very personalized in so many different ways. But now we must talk about this album. Let's hop into my thoughts on this entire album. I kind of want to go by like how I did It Was Good Until It Wasn't, where I broke it down from song to song. Little Story, which like I've reacted to, I've openly admitted saying that it may have had to grow on me, and honestly, like for me, the song has changed so much. I actually adore the song so much, and I think it's a beautiful beginning to an album, and it's also a really beautiful way to start the story that is Blue Water Road, but I give it an 8 out of 10. The next song is Any Given Sunday featuring Blast, I think. Me going into this album and Little Story being the first song, but then it flowing into Any Given Sunday, that is just like a lesson in itself, not to expect something so different sonically, I guess, because I remember they were saying how experimental they kind of were during the process of this album, so I think I was expecting more of what Little Story gave. I think the feature fit very well, and I think that Kehlani has always done a good job to have people feature on their album or their projects all around, and it feels different each time, but also feels fresh. So I enjoyed it, and I gave the song a 10 out of 10. Next song is called Shooter Interlude, and I am so upset that this is so short. This happens to be one of my favorite songs off this album. Even though it's very short, it is literally arguably my favorite interlude Kehlani has ever made, and I give it a 10 out of 10. The next song, which, first of all, the way that it flows into the song from Shooter Interlude to Wish I Never, insane. If there's one thing Kehlani is going to do, is sample something that we were not expecting at all as like a collective. They went in with the Slick Rick freaking sample, and I kind of like lost myself a little bit. I was like, oh my god. I love how it ends and it flows into Up at Night. I think it's phenomenal. Definitely a song I have been playing on repeat as well. 10 out of 10, just because like there's so much good about this. The middle of the album feels very upbeat, and I love that. As I said, it rolls into Up at Night, which I've given my opinion on. It's a solid song, and it's definitely a bop, so I give it an 8 out of 10. The next song is Get Me Started featuring Sid. As you guys know, Kehlani is also featured on Sid's album. Kehlani's vocals sound very different. Like, I couldn't differentiate at first if it was Sid singing, if it was Kehlani singing. It was like at a higher pitch. I love how throughout this whole album, Kehlani kind of played with their vocals throughout this whole thing, which I'll get to at the end of my thoughts on it. And I adore Kehlani and Sid's voice together as one. I do think that the song overall, over time, will have to grow on me a lot more, but I already like it, and I give it an 8 out of 10. The next one is obviously Everything. The interlude clearly was a sample of what was to come for Everything, the song. 10 out of 10 because it was mostly just sound, but I'm gonna give this song a 10 out of 10 because I really do like it. Next up is More Than I Should featuring Jessie Reyez. Oh my god, I really like this song. At first I think I needed to adjust to it. As I continuously listen to the album, I'm eager to hear this song specifically. I enjoy the song overall, but the ending when it's just Jessie, oh my god, like die for. This is a 10 out of 10 song. I love it. Obsessed. The next song is Alter, and I feel like I've given my opinion on Alter when the single dropped, and I still feel the same way. I think sonically, Alter is so different than any song on this album. I personally just think if they did not have the intent of releasing that as their first single for this album, it would have been a little bit jarring, I think. Also, Alter is a 10 out of 10. The next song is Melt. I love this song. 10 out of 10. I love it. The next song is Tangerine. And Tangerine for me is a very much we're nearing the end of the album song. I think Tangerine should have been the second to last song. I always feel like certain songs to me sound that way. I trust the creative process. I trust Kehlani with their creative process, how cohesive it will be in the end. It's still super cohesive how it is. Yeah, I give Tangerine an 8 out of 10. It then goes into Everything, which we just watched. I think this song is amazing. The use of the instruments, I didn't realize at the time, you know, the interlude was then going to be presented to us later, but it was so good. I literally have like, okay, Kehlani with the vocals at the end. The song's a 10 out of 10. Last but not least, Wandering featuring Ombre and Thundercat. It's a very different ending to Kehlani project. I still think the message has always been the same when you come to an end to a Kehlani project, minus It Was Good Until It Wasn't. For me, Kehlani's ending to their albums was never a stamp for me. Like, it was never something that was like, yeah, I won't skip this and go back to the beginning, or I won't skip this and go back to songs that I like. Wandering, I think, suits this project perfectly as like an ending point. everything just flowed, like everything. So by the time I get to a song like this, I don't feel like oh God, like I'm in my feels. Like, no, it just flows. And you know, I think overall it's a 10 out of 10 song for me, because again, I don't know, it's just good. That is all the songs from Blue Water Road. Now my overall thought on this project is like, it's a 10 out of 10. I don't know how else to say it, obviously, but I will say this album is the first one I've ever listened to that I personally feel as if it has no skips. Like, I have never felt that way about a Kehlani album. I've always been a huge fan, but I always found myself skipping. You hear the transition from It Was Good Until It Wasn't till Blue Water Road. Like, you hear the difference. It Was Good Until It Wasn't does have a very dark vibe, versus Blue Water Road is like, you don't even need to see them to hear it in the music, how light they sound, how happy they sound, and everything underneath the sun. Go listen to Blue Water Road, please, because it is just a phenomenal experience. And if you love love, like I'm sure so many people do, then you should listen to this album because it's all about love. Kehlani will never see this, but I adore you and I'm rooting for you every goddamn day. And thank you for being super vulnerable with us and allowing us to enter your personal space through music. Like I said, what is your favorite song? My top 3 are Alter, Melt, and Shooter Interlude. I literally make videos whenever I feel like it, and I shall catch y'all all in the next one. Later.